Good morning. Let's have coffee today. How are you? I hope you're well. I have some new things here to look at. The proven winners Ringo bars have opened. Let's have a look at them. What you think? I thought those are red blooms, but these appear to be almost all yellow. Oh, I see. They've got a beautiful pink center, just like the tag shows. There's the tag. Yeah, that's beautiful. Put my coffee down for just a second so I can get a photograph. Yeah, beautiful. Here's my own little carpet roses, still looking so beautiful. All the way up there. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Is that 3 or 4 things in these city pickers are doing a little bit better. I did trim off what was dead, but also they're doing a little bit better. I've been actually manually watering on the top as well as in the reservoir. That tomato cracked yesterday, my first Cherokee purple. It's usually a sign of overwatering. Still a little bit of die off, but not as bad as it was. This pepper is looking really good. The body of it. Loving these little guys. The indigo, ruby. Oh, I snack on those. Let's go look at Proven Winner's other. So the bloom died like first day. It's got 1 day, and then the petals started falling. It's not very long lasting. And here's the second sets of blooms. Oh my. Well, we're just having a nice little festive day, aren't we? And that is a Proven Winners Bordeaux. They're looking a little peaked. I suppose I ought to cut those back and see what they'll do. You know, today we go to our triple digits. We start triple digits for a while, a week. Even we in Arizona do not like triple digits. That's so pretty. Oh, so festive. Sunflowers doing their thing. None of the heads is opened yet, that I can tell, I don't believe. That's okay. They're here for the whole summer, I believe. Still loving my daylilies. Go right now, against the wall where the lattice is, on the right. Yeah. There he is, hovering right above that little vertical planter that's kind of out of the way because I don't know what to do with it. It's fallen over everything I've tried and dried out. And that was from one of the box stores. He's tucked in there in a honeysuckle. Cute little thing. Yeah, I love these guys. Nice colors this morning. I won't be able to appreciate them because I will be inside my air-conditioned house. It had been 67 when I was coming out in the mornings, and now it's 63. Kind of giving us false hope that it's going to cool down, but no, we're going to start a week of, there's a hummingbird over there. On the daylilies, we're going to start above the, no, I don't know where he is. You know how they are. Oh, I hear him now. Fussing. Where is he? I don't know what I was saying. I know. I love those guys. They're both on the trellis. Good morning again. I was up late last night till 10 o'clock. It's maybe 10:30. I do get up at 5 to do the videos. So there's an observatory in town. I know, what a town. I didn't even know that. I saw something about it in May. Public viewing nights once a month, except for July and August. Free. Part of the University of Arizona, so a little extension, because the university is in Tucson. give or take an hour away. It was great. It was great. I have to say my favorite part, the Fort Huachuca Astronomy Club has access to this facility. And so they set these viewing nights up, and I don't really know the relationship between the university and the Fort Huachuca Astronomy Club, but they have complete access. And so what they call the volunteers, the members of the club, bring out their own personal telescopes, and I'm not talking none of this small stuff. I don't even know how these guys are loading this stuff. One guy, a lot of people weren't watching out of his telescope. It's kind of dark and kind of hard to see where the people were, and of course they kept it dark, you know? And I'm talking about, these people were outside of the observatory. Nobody was kind of going over to his scope, you know, and I checked it out just as good as anybody else, but he told me this was a smaller one. Well, this thing was massive. I don't know inches or whatever. All I know, it was taller than me and wider than me. Huh? I know. You're saying, is it possible? No, he was fixed on the moon. A lot of them were watching the moon, and we were learning things about the line between it was almost a half moon, the line where the sun is shining on it, and what they call, no, it escapes me. You might know there's a term for earth shine, the dark side of the moon, but you can still see it. That's called earth shine, light bouncing off the earth. Anyway, that line is called the Terminator. Anyway, there were huge craters and mountains within the craters, and that was very interesting. And then we went up into the observatory.
All the craters you see are quite old. The youngest ones are close to 1 billion years old.
My favorite part was the dome moving, which surprises me. He kept telling people over and over, okay, when the dome moves, it's going to make a noise, don't be startled. And I think the first time we heard the dome just move just a little bit. But after that, one time he took the telescope and placed it to the opposite end of the sky, and the dome just went around. And I was like, I need one of these. I need a dome in my garden. Some of you, if you've followed anything on my other channel, Minnie Does Arizona, will know that I did a weekend in Portal, Arizona. And I don't half mind including some clips there, because everything is about gardening or growing or things growing or how they grow or what eats them, like bunny rabbits. Portal, Arizona is the entrance to Cave Creek Canyon, which is just beautiful on the eastern side of the Chiricahua Mountains. It's not remote, it's just not well visited because it's on the eastern side. The western side of New Mexico is quite desolate, and that's on the border. So I stayed at my first Airbnb, and this was a class act. I mean, this guy, okay, he lives in England for one thing, but the housing area, I had read about it about 6 months ago. And when I had the opportunity, and then just coincidentally, we had driven over to see Cave Creek Canyon, how beautiful it is in there, so beautiful. And then coincidentally, I wanted to do a weekend away, and I was looking for places to stay there, and this Airbnb came up, and I was like, I don't know Airbnb, but it happened to be in the little housing area that I had read about. This is a housing area of astronomers, astrophotographers, of which I heard several times last night. A couple of those folks are astrophotographers, they say. I didn't even know that was a word, and it is. It's called Arizona Sky Village, and a man from Canada bought the land. He's an astronomer in whatever capacity he is, whether he's whether he builds telescopes or just studies them or works for companies. A lot of these people are retired NASA employees. So he built, or he bought, I want to say, I'm just ballparking, right, 200 acres in this remote area. And people have purchased properties over the years. A lot of them do seasonal. The man who purchased lives there full time and has the most dazzling home. And what's significant is they all have observatories. Everybody has one. Some have the domes. The original purchaser has 2 domes. You know I will include a photo because it's pretty. One of the prettiest things I've ever seen is this person's home from a distance, backed up against the mountains, the Chiricahua Mountains. Others have what they call slide out observatories, I guess, and the cover slides off. It's a little bit like a square boxy thing, and the cover slides off. To live there, there are conditions, and one of those conditions is that you keep your home in a blackout situation for night sky viewing. Night sky viewing is what they're about. That's no porch lights. No exterior lights at all. Your inside lights, you have to have blackout curtains. I did read that when they are all together, they get together and party. These people are from all over the world that own property there. My particular Airbnb person is from England, and he's what is astro engineer the right word? Yeah, no, he's an engineer and in astronomy. My story this morning. So I got up a little late today, and here I am in the garden, enjoying the hummingbirds. Oh, triple digits. But for some reason, ironically, the garden looks great today. Don't make me point out the flaws. Let me take the high road here. Cup half full, cup half full. My grapes do have grapes. Good news is whiteflies don't eat them. Everything looks so green. Even my geraniums are pretty. And I love my geraniums. I love them, but they do need deadheading often. I have to run inside since I got up late. Thank you for joining me in the garden for coffee this morning. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.